Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and soothe this guy. Grab the hammer.
Right now, in the night where I know I need to go to bed, but I don't really want to.
Yeah, I get that.
Ugh.
It's even worse for me with spring break because like I'm like, well, you know, I can just sleep in tomorrow, and then you have things like today I slept until 4:30 p.m. and so it's like, oh boy, there's my day. Shoot. Because if I don't have an alarm, if I have a day off, I'll sleep at least 12 hours, usually between 12 and 15. So
Jeez, man.
So if I'm not careful, that sucks up my entire day. Yoshi, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub.
It's glorious.
Appreciate it. It's not. It's because I have sleep apnea, and with sleep apnea, like I don't feel super rested. So like in college, before I had it diagnosed, I'd sleep, like sometimes I'd go to sleep on Friday night and then wake up Saturday night for dinner, and then stay up for a little bit, and then go to sleep again on Saturday. So my entire weekend's gone.
Do you still sort of
All these subs now. I know it's been a great day for sub. It's huge. I appreciate it, guys. It means a lot.
Do all kinds of actions while you're sleeping?
Less so now because I'm tethered down with a hose. But and same thing with talking. Like being pumped full of air helps me to not be able to sleep talk so much. But if I ever don't wear my my CPAP, yeah, I sleepwalk and sleep talk like crazy. So when we're on trips and stuff like that, and I'm lazy and don't set it up, it gets kind of nutty.
So would you say that Ben has the same thing then? Because he.
I don't think he does.
No, because he does a whole lot of that sleepwalking and talking as well.
I mean, he might. I honestly think mine's usually sleep apnea is more of a problem with people that are obese. And I'm close to falling into that category. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, like I think it's honestly because of my tonsils.
Or can you not have them removed?
I can. I need to. I had an appointment scheduled with a ears, nose, throat doctor. But then COVID happened and I got lazy and I never. Well, actually, no. I had an appointment, but it was scheduled for Valentine's Day, and then they canceled on me. The doctor's office did, and then COVID happened. Oh, I'm not in range of this hunter. I'm just letting him die. Sorry, dude. And then I never got it rescheduled, and it was COVID and blah blah blah. So, meh. Maybe I'll take care of that this year, but I don't know if I care enough.
The good old days where you're beating up George in your sleep.
Well, dude, I still remember. Like, I remember one night you were spending the night at our house, and we were playing Guild Wars 1. We were doing like some Heroes Ascent and stuff like that, and you you fell asleep, and you're just running around in the lobby area, just in your sleep, just like running against the wall and stuff like that. And it was before we had smartphones and stuff, so I couldn't video you. I know you're doing pretty well. You're making some pretty nice laps. We saw sub-trade. Woo!
Just like any blind man.
It's exciting.
Yeah, some would say I'm a better player while I'm asleep.
Well, you're like Tetra. Tetra plays better when he's drunk or high, so. Just joking. That's what he says. This mage is still not combusted, so I'm gonna PI the warrior. That's what you get, mage, for not using your cooldowns. There you go, combusts now. Alright, almost done. I do not want to carry any of the spears, because last time I did a 16, I forgot to cast the spears. And we didn't time it because of that. Hammer's not nearly as punishing. Imagine not being greedy and combusting. I know. What's the deal? Gotta get that DPS greed going on. Top on the chart at all moments of every pull. I don't play DPS a whole lot, but having done Shadow a bit recently, I understand the greed now. I'm standing in mechanics and yeah. Like, oh, I just want one more cast. I just want to refresh my blink. You know. Oh, I just popped a Void Form. No, I don't want to move. I just cast Void Torrent. I get it. You got PI on every boss the other day on Heroic Castle Nathria and was pumping. You know, a lot of people don't like PI for that reason. They feel like if they're not the one that's getting PI, their parses are going to suck. Speaking of which, PI on the mage, because he just combusted. And I just moved my... So, for those of you who were asking about Fey Guardians and stuff earlier, I cast it on the mage, and then I moved it to the paladin with my powered shield. And then I honestly just left it alone and didn't pay attention to the Wrathful Fairy. Also, a little note: when a pack is about to die, don't waste a ton of mana just topping off the tank. Wait until the pack dies, because the necrotic stacks drop off instantly, and then you can top them off with just like a heal and a Serenity or something like that. 7Ks all night. That's awesome. You'd rather it that way anyways? Rather it which way, like not having PI in the game? Because that's what a lot of people want. Or rather it having PI. Because personally, I like PI. I like the element of having that extra bit of support. Like I play Priest because I like that supportive style. And so it feels really good. It feels really good to be able to have that extra bit of support for the group. That's also why I like Night Fae. I like being able to give people extra stuff. The damage reduction on the tank and the cooldown reduction on the mage, which I'm going to do right now so that he can combust right after this pull on the Marauders. I accidentally moved it.
These Torghast anima powers are interesting. Like
Yeah, some of them are crazy.
Yeah, it'll boost your power, but you can't run backwards anymore.
Yeah.
And then it makes you really think, holy crap, I actually walked.
Oh, you'd rather
backwards before
not
I
be
went."
logged with PI. Gotcha, that makes sense. Yeah, it is funny how jealous the
Or-
raid gets
You can't
on not
jump,
getting PI. They're
or
like,
Yeah, that's the
oh,
one I
yeah.
just got.
there's the other one where it's
So and
like,
so is your
it super
favorite, huh?
jumps.
Oh, really?
It's like, nah, sorry, dude. It's just
Yeah,
math.
mine's a lithium weights, can't jump, but my stamina, intellect,
He'll
agility,
PI
and
the
strength is increased by
mage there.
30%. Now it's just sort of annoying that I can't jump.
Yeah.
Ooh, he spiked up. That must have been a word of glory. I thought my guardian spirit popped,
But I'm
but
getting so many, what is that word? Coalesced spirit droplet, where it's decreases the cooldown to convoke the spirits.
Ooh,
Gotten
yeah.
three of them, so my convoke the spirits is only a 1 minute cooldown. See if I can
That's
get it to be a continual uptime. Just keep repeating it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab this spear as well. So here with the fears, if they miss a cast, it's really nice to mass dispel. Or if it's just on one target, then you can just dispel them. But typically what I'll do is I'll mass dispel, and then I'll either grip or dispel whoever I miss. So I'll kind of do what I do for bursting, and I'll like precast it. I'll have it targeted, and then if I see it go off, then I'll cast it. Or at least that's what I should do. I'm not gonna say that that's what I do, because I don't. But now I'm going to, because that makes sense. On our alt raids, I've used PI only on our lowest geared DPS for fun. That's a good way to make some friends and enemies very quickly. I've done that a bit too, actually. I'll cast it on our trials, so I see them in the best circumstances. But yeah, I don't want to compare the trials to people who are getting PI and stuff like that, and just see them in the best possible circumstance. Speaking of which, Graz and Mortals, I forget, were you guys trialing or no? Because last time we asked you. Last time I asked you guys, you said it was complicated, so just wanted to check. Go ahead and get Fey Guardians on those. I'm going to go ahead and PI the Warrior because Mage doesn't have it up. Okay, and this is pretty well under control, but I was going to Divine him here. Have you considered using some weak ores for streamers like the one that shows each ability cast that you do? I do. This right here. This is details. It shows all the abilities that I cast in order. I would like to add some other weak ores that show like the gear that I'm using and my soul binds and stat priority and other questions that I typically get. Right now my chat is slow enough to where usually I can keep up as people ask. And they're like, what stat priority do you do? And I just pull it up and show. But as chat gets more and more filled up, I do need to get some of that stuff. So yes. Yeah, we basically had a meeting with the guild and going to be taking a break from our own raid team, not fielding people. Several needed to move on and wanting to take breaks. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm going to divine him this, because this is taking a long time. So does that mean that you are trialing or not? Because taking a break could mean that either you're looking for a replacement, or it could mean that you're just fine chilling and pugging for now. Like, doesn't matter to me either way. Just wanting to know so we can account for it in recruitment. Because if you guys are trialing, as far as I'm concerned, you guys are already good. You've played with us long enough. As long as we've got the spots for it. Okay, so I missed the mage's combust window because I'm a pleb. I'm gonna go ahead and PI him though. Anyways, to get it going. Probably a bad call. But I also did do Fey Guardians, so. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and CC. Well, no, I'll CC this guy. And I'm going to Apotheosis here. No, don't shoot him. No, mage! They don't know that you don't have to kill him if you're CCing him. Am I slowed? Oh no, my haste just ran out. Like, I feel super slow. Night, man. Feel super slow without the lust. It's both of our mains as free agents, but you believe Mortals is trialing with the guild here. On Thrall, haven't decided if you want to server transfer yet. It's a bigger step than I know what to do. Okay,
So I technically
that's fine.
don't
We
need
might
to
recruit in the
clear all
meantime because we're
mobs
trying to
and just sort
get
of
going. You know.
Go straight to the end.
I'm sorry. What?
I said I don't technically need to kill all the mobs in Torghast. I can just sort of rush straight to the end.
You can, but if you might find you fall off as far as power goes.
Oh yeah. But like that would be like more of when I get to level 8, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because they said I'm only on.
Yeah, if
5?
you find that you're not struggling, then you're totally fine to do that.
Okay.
I think what I might start doing,
Yeah, I think
if I have the globals to be able to do it, is I might wait, or I might cast Shackle on the guy I have shackled, just in case this, like, somebody accidentally hits it or something. Just to be safe, just like re-shackle or something like that. I think that's a pretty good approach, as long as I'm, you know, caught up with healing and stuff. Ooh, that was perfect timing on getting the mage. I used PI and Big Guardians on the mage there, right as soon as you cast Combust. So it was nice. Yeah, you do what you do. You won't throw a fit on the over guild on a different server. That's one way of thinking about it. I mean, it's been awesome having you, man. So you know, anytime we need pugs and stuff like that, it'd be great to have you in. Also, Mortals, I apologize. It feels like every time that we're trying to do keys together, it seems like I'm blowing you off and not inviting you to the group. That's not intentional, man. I joined this group as you were starting that BG, and now we're just pushing up to 16 and stuff. So I haven't had a chance to throw you in. So I apologize for that. I'm not. I know it looks intentional, but I'm not blowing you off on purpose, dude. Ooh, that gore splatter really hurts.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
That guild chat, look at that.
Last thing I see is "Thank You" by Fury. I don't see anything.
Oh, no, in the Discord.
Dang, man.
Right?
6K
Yep.
DPS Sims. Long and strong and got it going on. Nice. Oh, yeah, Moose, sorry I didn't answer you earlier. What trinkets are... oops, sorry. Didn't mean to push talk. What trinkets are you using? I forgot to answer you that. I'm using Mana Bound Mirror. I got it from the vault. And then I got a 226 Quantum device probably about a month and a half ago. So I'm using that as well. If I had my choice, though, I would be using the Plume trinket from Kael'thas. I haven't got it yet. But that is definitely the best. And then I would pick a second trinket that's not an on-use trinket. And I don't honestly know what I would do for that. For disc, it would be a Changeling. I do have that. For my non-unused trinket. But right now it doesn't feel too terrible to be using two on-uses. It's not been too bad. Mana Bound Mirror is super strong for, like, watch his health. This is just Mana Bound here. Well, I don't know if you could tell, but it heals for quite a bit. On a non-tank, it heals for like half their health. If I've got enough healing banked up inside of it. So that's a nice response trinket. That saves me mana and stuff like that, and it's only on a minute cooldown, so it's really easy to use. Plume would be better, especially on the higher keys, because there's some really good uses for it. And then, you know, the 20-second cooldown between two on-use trinkets doesn't feel too bad, because usually by the time I want to use my Quantum device, it's ready to go. cooldown's done. I mostly use it, like in raids, for example, I just kind of, like Alt-E is my Trinket, and then Alt-Q is my Divine Hymn, so I'll just pop those two together. I'll usually pop it with Divine Hymn, and they're both on a 3-minute cooldown, so it works out perfectly. And the timers don't really get messed up because I'm never usually casting the cooldown reduction from Night Fae on myself, I'm using it on other people.
I can make my legendary now.
Woo!
It's nothing too
Nice.
special. It's a 190, but I can replace my 171.
It's just important to
said-
have a legendary at all.
You were saying that I should replace it with my highest stat boost, right?
I'm sorry. What?
You said that I should make my legendary with the highest stat boost.
You should make your legendary on a piece of gear that has more stats on it, like head and chest and legs, over like a ring or a neck or something like that. Just because those gear pieces have more stats.
Oh, okay. Well, because I was gonna do boots, but that's just because
What
the
are your options?
legendary. What?
What are your options for the set that you're using?
Legs or feet?
You do the legs.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's very even though it's only a
got
small
the-
upgrade.
Yeah. Because you're looking for the long run, right? You're basing it off of gear that you're eventually going to replace, but in the long run, it's going to make more sense to have it on your legs.
So, with my legs, that's pretty much the gear that I'll use permanently.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be trialing for another guild here on Thrall, but keep
Yeah,
you updated if
I
that
need
doesn't
to-
work out. Okay, Mortals. Sounds good.
Get the legs.
By the time you let me know, we might have
think
the
I'm gonna
spot,
have a
the trial
huge
spot filled,
boost
but I mean,
in,
you know how
TPS once I get it.
people in guilds
Is this legendary?
in raid
Um,
cores and stuff are like there's constant turnover and stuff. So
Now I just messed it up. I'll tell you in a minute.
okay. I apologize if I ask you to say whatever you said again. I'm also talking to stream, so
Yeah, that's
That's
okay.
good.
I can hear you in the
oh okay, cool.
dungeon.
Oh, thanks for watching, dude. Whoa, stupid Windows button. All right, sounds good, Moose. Thanks for hanging out, man. Have a good day. As soon as this mage combusts, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna give him Fey Guardians. Move it. I'd like to make a mouse over macro for Fey Guardians, but I don't have one. So I've got to manually target them, and that kind of messes up my DPS. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but... Nice, the pull plus the pony. The old pull pony 1-2 combo. Alright. 66% mana, plenty for Prideful. Plenty. I'm gonna come over here. Double spear this guy and save lust. So we're saving Lust for the last boss, so we're gonna double spear this guy. And that makes sense because the last, well, I mean, this guy you have Lust, I'm sorry, you have Pride and Spears, and then the last boss, all you have is Lust. So it works out. Spear, or things get crazy and I forget again. Don't move him. Don't move him. Stay still. Oh yeah! Yes, buckets. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and PI the warrior because the mage is out of their window. Yes, nice. And now I don't have PI. I should have looked more carefully at the health. Whoopsie. Oh, good. Nice. Comet Storm, so here, I know it's good to run in circles, but honestly I like running straight because that makes it easier for me to cast abilities on the move. This boss is a little bit of a mana problem actually, if you're not careful, so I'm going to be using my potion and my Blood Elf Racial. It's not really a problem as Night Fae, but on Tyrannical, if you're not Night Fae or something like that, like this is quite a mana intensive boss. It just lasts a long time because you're only ever, you know, rocking with 2 DPS maximum most of the time. So I didn't do a very good job there, but what I like to do is I like to watch for who's going to cast Frozen Binds on, and as long as the range is doing a pretty good job of spreading out, you can pretty much insta-dispel, which is nice. And then if it's on a melee DPS, as long as you only have 1 melee DPS in the group, you can grip the tank and insta-dispel the melee DPS, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna get... Oh no! Ooh. Get my cooldown reduction going. So you want to refresh your flash concentration before Comet Storm, because that's a pretty common moment where it falls off. And then right after Comet Storm, spread back out. I'm going to PI the war. Oh, I should have waited until after Exile. Calicon broke it on himself with whatever. Comet Storm. Okay, I didn't refresh my flash concentration. Hopefully it lasts long enough. Oh. Spread back out. I'm going to go over here in case it's on me. It is on me. Stepped in just for a second so I didn't have to worry about freezing the tanks. Okay, Comet Storm's next. I shouldn't have to refresh, but I'm going to just in case. Starting to get a little bit more crowded, and I'm not worried about healing up the group because everybody's pretty well topped, so I'm just going to run in a circle. Was able to get a renew off on the Hunter just to get some extra in. Dark Exile's next. I don't have PI up, so I don't have to worry about doing that. Frozen Binds on Bubba. He should be fine to instant dispel because he's off to the side. Icebound Aegis, I want to pop as much damage to break it. Break it, break it. Ah, that was really risky. I almost just one-shot myself there. I was trying to refresh my flash concentration, and I decided at the last minute to pop an Angel Feather and move, and that was a good call because I would have gotten one-shot by that Comet Storm. Frozen Binds, move, and dispel. If you have to pick between refreshing your flash concentration and dying to an insta-shot from the Comet Storm, pretty obvious what you should do. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get my big heals on that mage. Nice. GG. You guys crush that key flash concentration all day? Yes, sir. Absolutely, so good. Ooh, Gory Surgeon Gloves. Mastery crit.